Friends, welcome you all to this press conference, 48th International Film Samaro Film Festival of India का आज समापन है. Over the years, IFFI has captured the emerging contemporary trends of cinema from a global and Indian perspective. Today we have with us Pablo Cesar, director, closing film, Thinking of Him. I extend a warm welcome to you, sir. Suraj Kumar, co-producer, Aleonora, Wexler, actor, Raima Sen, actor, Georgina Fernandez, Charge d'Affaires, Embassy of Argentina in Delhi. I extend a warm welcome to you all on behalf of IFFI team and PIB team. First of all, they will share their views, their experiences. Kindly keep your mobiles on silent mode. Pablo Cesar is Argentine, born in Buenos Aires in 1962. He started making films at the age of 13 when his older brother, Jose Maria, who was a short filmmaker, gave him a Super 8mm camera and taught him the first techniques to film. Between 1975 and 1984, Pablo made 20 short films and 2 long feature films in Super 8mm, entitled From the Faces of Mirror and Diary of a Madman, 1982, based on the story of Nikolai Gogol. From 1987, Pablo Cesar started in the professional cinema, being his opera Raima, The Holy Family, 1988, shot in Argentina in 35mm format that continues using in all its films until the day of the day. He is a professor at the University of Cinema in Buenos Aires. He received international awards. Thinking of Him, two stories intertwine over time. In the present, Felix, who teaches geography in a detention center, stumbled upon a book that dazzled him. In the past, Guru Rabindranath Tagore, Bengali poet and author of the book that has come to Felix, arrives in Argentina and is hosted by writer Victoria. A deep Platonic bond developed between two cultural figures, while Felix is increasingly obsessed with the story of the Indian poet and the Argentinian writer. He gains an insight into the intellectual and spiritual notions on which Tagore's revolutionary school in India was founded. Felix decided to visit India and experience for himself the teaching methods and that Tagore dreamed of all mankind. In director's word, he writes, "This was one of the biggest challenges that no one can knew how it would turn out. Neither did I, Pablo, but I was convinced that there would be a way to narrate both stories and unite them despite their different eras, current and early 20th century, as well as the texture of the image and its choice, because contemporary history is in color and old is black and white." Over to Pablo. Please.
Here or here?
No, this.
Okay. Hello, good afternoon and for everybody. I am so glad to be here. First of all, I want to say thank you so much for the IFFI, for Mr. Suni Tandem and all the IFFI committee to select this movie for the closing film of the festival. I am extremely glad and with a big emotion to be here with my co-producer Suraj Kumar, who was also a big challenge to make an effort for the investment to make this movie possible in India and in Argentina. This is the first, this is a big co-production because it's all times shooting scenes. And I am also very happy to be here with my two actresses of the film, the leader actress of the film, Mr. Raima Sen, who is the character of Kamali in the story of Felix, the modern story of the film, and Miss Miss Aleonora Wexler, sorry, who plays the role of Victoria Ocampo in the past tale in the film. We are also here two people including in the film. That is Miss Poonam Das, who is the executive producer and producer of the film, and Mr. Thomas Francis, who was supporting of the Argentine team and also play an small acting role in the film. So we are very happy to be here. And I think maybe you want to know something about this film. So the best, if you have any questions, we are here for answer all of you.
First of all, I think I'll introduce all others.
Okay.
They will speak a few sentences. Now, yes. Co-producer Suraj Kumar has a well-known producer and director of entertainment and non-fictional audiovisual world of India for 20 years. He has graduated from Indian Institute of Mass Communication in advertisement. He had arranged a fleet of cine technicians and artists in India for the production of the film, closing film, Thinking of Him. Mr. Suraj visited to Buenos Aires and became the integral part of the production of the film. Over to Suraj.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks to IFFI and thanks to PIB also. And we are very happy to be here that IFFI has selected our film for the closing ceremony. And I wanted to share one thing that it took me more than 2 decades to be here. And also this is my first feature film. And I am lucky to be, my first feature film is for the closing ceremony. And Pablo Cesar is a fantastic director I have ever met. I remember, when I first time met in 2015 in IFFI only. And after that we had an agreement, and now in 2017 our film is closing ceremony. And we had long discussion about the story and all these things, nitty-gritty about the film, so everything, and we have very good relationship as a director, as a producer, and he's apart from director, producer, he is a very good human being as well. And he loves India. Better thing is that he loves India. He loves to work in India. So that's all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Suraj. Aleonora Wexler was born in Buenos Aires in 1974. She debuted as an actress when she was 8 years old in the play Annie. In 1984, she starts to work on a TV participating in numerous TV soaps and series. She has won numerous awards. Over to Aleonora Wexler.
Hello? Yeah? Push. Okay. Sorry. Hello, good afternoon. I'm very happy to be here in the IFFI with the team of my director, producer and actress. I'm very happy to closing the film in the festival. For first time show the movie. Okay? Somebody help me, because my English is not well. But I'm very happy to be here. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Georgina Fernandez, Charge d'Affaires, Embassy of Argentina in Delhi. Please share your views.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor for me, on behalf of the Embassy of Argentina in India, to be here to share this press conference with you, presenting the theme of the movie Thinking of Him, Pensando en Él in Spanish. As the director and co-producer said, it's a project that started many years ago, and it went on especially the last 2 years. Yesterday we were talking that the making of the movie should be another movie itself, because doing a co-production is complicated. I mean, we had 1 month of shooting here in India, in Kolkata and Shantiniketan, and the last scene in Delhi, and then another month in Buenos Aires, in the house where Victoria Ocampo used to live herself and where Tagore spent his time in Argentina. So, not exactly in her house, but around the corner in another one. So it was a long, long way to be here, so we are all very happy, excited and proud of being here. So I hope you like the film this evening, and well, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the support, all the press articles that were coming in the media in the last 6 months were also very good, so thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. राइमा सिंह हम सबकी स्मृतियों में बसती हैं, बहुत सारी फिल्में हैं. Is an Indian film actress, so many Bengali films. Her performances have been acclaimed critically on more than one occasion. Sen made her debut in the film Godmother, which was critically acclaimed a success. She then starred in the film Daman, playing Ravina Tandon's daughter. Over to Raima Sen, please.
As for IFFI, I keep coming here. I mean, I'm practically here every year, be it a Bengali film or a Hindi film. But this time I'm super excited because this film is a closing film. I've never had a film in the closing film. And it was very interesting to work with Pablo and the Argentinian crew, in fact. And I liked the way they shot a bit differently to what we normally shoot, the way they took their shots. And my parts are interesting, it's in color. And Aleonora's is in black and white, and the film, both the stories run parallelly. So it was, I haven't seen the film yet, and I just told Pablo, I haven't seen the film, so I don't know what the outcome is. So I'm also looking forward to watching the film today, but it's been a great experience. Thank you.
Now question answer session, please. One by one, please introduce yourself and then ask question. You can raise your hand. Yes, go there. Mike, go there. Please introduce yourself.
My name is Baban Bhagat. I'm a journalist from Marathi Daily. My question is for Pablo, sir. So how much Tagore have you read, and what is your take on Tagore's literature?
The second question, which is?
You can repeat second question.
The first I understand, and the second?
What is your take on Tagore's literature?
Okay. So, well, the research was so huge. It was not only one book. It takes years. It was not, the script was not made in 1 month. We started in the year 2008 when Ambassador of India in Argentina, Mr. Vishwanathan, he said to me, Pablo, come to the embassy, I want to talk with you. You are a friend of India. You made a film in 1996 based on Sufi poems in the Rajasthan. I think you are the person you can make a movie about the big story between Argentina and India. That is the story of the visit of Rabindranath Tagore to Argentina. So we started to study a lot, because at that time I was only read some Kabir poems translated by Rabindranath Tagore, and also Purabi and Gitanjali only. After that I contact scriptwriter Mr. Jerónimo Toubes, who made the huge investigation. He made a huge investigation. I was with him. But the person who read all the work possible, because Tagore's work is not possible to know in one life, maybe. And I was with him in the same at the same time. We made travels with Suraj Kumar, for example. We went to Shantiniketan. We stay in Shantiniketan to know how is Shantiniketan today. That was 1 year before the shooting. To know if it is possible or not, how the script was near to be real or not. So I started to see the paintings of Tagore, the doodles, everything that we could do. We read the book not only of Victoria Ocampo, Tagore in the Ravines of San Isidro, but also the book of Ketaki Kushari Dyson. In your blossoming flowered garden, Tagore and Victoria. We read the letters between them. This is not a film about Tagore. This is a film of the visits of Rabindranath Tagore in Argentina. So it is, he visited my country. And he visited my country, and in the modern story, in the story of Felix and Kamali, is an Argentine in our days who arrives in our days to Shantiniketan to learn about this another project of education. This is the side of the film. Yes.
Next question, please.
This question to Raima. I'm Suraj Kumar from Online Media. The question is, what's your experience when compared to being in a set in India and with the Argentinian team at Argentina?
So I shot my portions in Shantiniketan. So it was different working in the sense he has a very different style of working to what I normally do in other films. And his shot taking, he takes, you do a lot of rehearsals and he takes a very lengthy, long shots. And till it's perfect, he won't say yes. So we did long shots, so it was very different, but it was also, at the same time, he's very, he doesn't scream or shout, he's very what he is now, so it was,
smiling face.
Yeah, it was a very peaceful experience, even though we did a lot of rehearsals and a lot of lengthy shots.
Yes, please.
Pablo, this is Raj.
Please
Bogan.
Introduce yourself.
I'm Raj Bogan. You said that you shot this film in 35mm. So now it's a digital era. Why you still you are very adamant on shooting that? Do you love that, or any technical reason is behind this?
I continue making films in 35. Not only thinking of him, my future films will be also in the 35. Up to our days, I don't find better quality than 35 millimeter. Digital cameras of 6K are near to 35 millimeter, but not arrive to the quality of 35 millimeter. And of course, to preserve the image, the best material is negative. Negative will stay 120 years minimum. But how many years will stay one DCP hard disk? 1 year, 2 years, maybe in 3 years we connect the DCP and it takes poof. And then all the film miss. That happened. Digital area is fast. Many things we have. Yes, it's very good. I am not against digital, not against at all. I use my iPhone or a telephone to make photos. I like for TV, it's excellent. Because before in the past, to make the news, breaking news in 16 millimeter, then develop and then show to the public. But I think it is the best quality that we can use, and I am very sad because most part of the film industry in the world are in the digital, and this thing we have not to confuse fast with quality.
Yes, sir. Please. There is another question. Please, excuse me. There is another question. We'll come to you. Please.
Hi, Pablo. Mahesh here. The Indian way of making films, you're coming here to IFFI for a long time. When you actually did shoot via Indian crew, what was your observation?
Hello. Well, it was a big experience because, when we arrived to West Bengal, to shoot, I found a crew of 100 people about.
More.
Sorry, 150, yes. And it was so big for me because normally we are 35, 50 people. For this film in Argentina we were 60. Okay. And sometimes I say to Suraj, what all these people are doing? But they work. So I like the way of the Indian people. The experience I have, I like. It is a little different sometimes because the people don't be very stressed of the time. Sometimes in Argentina we have 8 hours and 45 minutes. Then after 8 hours and 45 starts to say, oh, hora, we have to pay extra hour, etc., etc. So here it was much more pleasant for us. It was a pleasure to work with the crew. It was a little warm for us because it was September, I think, and after monsoon times, and the weather, it was not extremely good for our health, but I like so much the experience with the Indian crew. And one of the man who made the characterization of Tagore, Ulas Ulas Adnekar, he traveled to Argentina to continue making the characterization of Victor Banerjee.
Vikram.
Hello, my question is to Pablo, sir. How different is your work in terms of modern times? How different is in terms, you don't use digital anyway in your shooting, but do you use digital while promoting your movie as an online media?
Of course, we need the digital for everything. Yes, of course. I don't say it's bad. Never. I will never say that it's bad. But to preserve the image, I will use 35mm. Now we will see a DCP, but it's transferred from 35mm to digital. So the screening will be digital of our film. Anyway, we have 35mm copies. Prints we have, but I think it is very good for promote digital. I don't say it's bad.
Are you planning to do any more endeavors in India after this?
Yes. We are talking with Suraj to make another film.
Yes, there is a question. Yes, please, ma'am. Yeah, take mic and introduce, please.
Hi. I'm Jyoti from Goadut newspaper. I just want to ask you, you have been in India, in Shantiniketan, your main movie. What is the striking thing about India which you would like to say? About whatever experience, what do you feel about India as far as your work is concerned?
About the shoot?
Whatever about India, whether you like something, you did not, what is your experience working, coming in multilingual, multicultural country?
No. I like so much this experience, because if not, I will not be here. That is the best answer, because if you have a bad experience, you don't go for a screening the film. So the real is that I am in the first film industry country in the world. No, that is true. It is 5 times production of Hollywood. So this is. And everything is professional here. People are extremely professional. People are very respectful also. I am very happy of that. For example, journalists will see today the film in the theater. That is very good. Sometimes in other places, journalists say, send me a link. I will see a link in internet. Sometimes it could be faster, easier. I understand. But I am not director of links. I am director of cinema.
This question is to the ambassador of Argentina. Are you planning to use this movie to deepen the cultural ties between our countries, or are you promoting something about India in Argentina right now?
Well, of course. Tabor visited Argentina in 1924. He arrived. Victorio Campo was already fascinated with him for his literature, and when she knew he was there, she went to the hotel to meet him and pick him up and took him to his family, to his cousin's house very near where she lived. This story is something. We're talking about 1924. I mean, no internet, no connection, no planes, boats. It's a very long story, and it's a very long story that relates Argentina and India for a long time. So, because of that, for example, Argentina was one of the first countries that recognized India after independence. Because of that, Indira Gandhi, when she picked to go to Latin America, she went to Argentina, and actually she met with Victorio Campo. Tagore was already dead, but they met in Argentina, and Indira Gandhi gave her an honoris causa award. So this bond made a lot for the Argentine and India relationship. Actually, in 2013, when I arrived with the ambassador at that time, when the ambassador presented credentials in December 2013, the president of India, the first thing he said was, the relationship between India and Argentina goes much before independence because of the relationship between Tagore and Victorio Campo. So it is, I think it is the seed of the bilateral relation between Argentina and India that developed after independence, of course, and today we continue. We have excellent relations between the two countries. But yes, we use this a lot for everything. From the embassy, we always organize cultural events about this. Of course, once the movie is, today is going to be the world premiere, but once the movie is on the track, we are going to present it in Delhi and with the support of the embassy. So yes, for us it's something very, very important for the bilateral relation.
Yes, please.
Yeah, my name is Asad and I'm from the social media team. I have two questions, one each for the actresses out here. So, Raima, a few days back your mom, Munmun Sen, had come and there was this panel discussion going on, and she was saying about this how you and your sister Rimi had had grown with the works of Tagore's literature and how it has impacted on you. So I was wondering if you can have...
Yeah, because we come from Bengal, so that is, he's one of our, we study his stories in school and college and everything. And then I got to know more about him and his stories because I did Chokir Bali with Rituparna Ghosh, I did Noka Dubi with Riya and myself. Then I did one more documentary on Tagore called Jeevan Smriti. That was Rituparna Ghosh's last documentary on him. So I got to know about him through my early career and my school and college and everything. Because in Bengal, he's...
Yes.
My next question is to Aleonora. So your character, Victoria Ocampo, is of a feminist. And since I'm a student of feminism as well, I believe that particular character was living in the second wave feminist movement. So for your character, did you have to prepare a lot, or did you have to read some books on feminism and those particular books which impacted Victoria Ocampo's life? How did you prepare yourself for it?
Como el personaje, ¿no? Fundamentalmente. Sí. Victoria sí era una mujer de avanzada, era una mujer que peleaba mucho por los derechos de la mujer.
Indeed, Victoria was a woman that at that time fought a lot for human rights.
Traté de preparar el personaje con información, leyendo, sabiendo de su vida, tratando fundamentalmente de focalizarme en la historia que ella vivió con Tagore, porque la vida de ella y toda su cultura o todo lo que ella trajo al país fue enorme.
I prepared myself learning a lot about her life, her literature, and her admiration for Tagore, that it was huge.
Entonces traté de focalizar todo el personaje fundamentalmente sobre la historia, y con Pablo trabajando obviamente de Victoria con Tagore, que era una fascinación, y a partir de que ella lee por primera vez algo de Tagore, que es el Gitanjali, algo se modifica en su espíritu, porque nunca había leído otro tipo de literatura que no fuera europea, ¿no? Sino simplemente ella conecta por primera vez con algo oriental leyendo a Tagore.
I especially focused and created the character with focus in her relationship and admiration to Tagore. The first thing Victoria Ocampo read of Tagore was Gitanjali, and it was the first time she read something from Asia, from East Asia and Far Asia. At that time she only read Latin American and European literature, and as soon as she read this, she was completely fascinated and started to admire Tagore even without knowing him. So, the idea of her idea of Tagore, and then she has this chance of meeting him, was what helped her a lot to create a character.
Any other questions? Yes, please. Introduce yourself and then ask, please.
Hi, I'm Blessy from Cinestan.com. My question is mainly to the producer, I guess, and maybe Georgina. What are your plans to take this story to more people? Apart from screening at festivals where there is a limited audience, what are your plans to take it to more people?
We have planned for the global release, So hopefully the next year, in 2018, maybe the first quarter of the year we will be releasing globally. It will be definitely a global release. India, simultaneously in the different countries. So we are looking forward to it.
Any other questions? So now photo opportunity. Please, sir. And thank you all for joining.